These survival hacks could save your life one day. When you're going somewhere specific, you just press the elevator button. But if you're kidnapped or with a criminal in an elevator, you're supposed to press all the buttons because then the door is gonna open on every single floor and that gives you a chance to either escape or to signal to help for somebody or somebody to enter the elevator with you. Sometimes it's really dark on the roads. To make it really safe when you cross the roads, you should use your phone as a reflector so that cars can see you cross the road. This could legit save your life. Guys, I'm super careful in the kitchen. So careful that I just don't cook. Okay, maybe I just don't like cooking. But also, that's how careful I am. But anyways, if there's ever a fire in the kitchen, an easy way to put out the fire is actually with baking soda. I mean, if you have a lot of it and if you have baking soda. Usually you just want to save yourself and get out of there. They say the most important time to pay attention during a flight is during takeoff and landing. That's the highest chances of things going wrong. So if you're in the middle of the air and there's turbulence, you usually don't gotta worry about it. But when you're taking off, when you're landing, you gotta stay on high alert. You know, you gotta watch. You gotta listen to flight attendants and do. Like this guy. This guy's super alert. This one is a little weird. So did you know that if you get a flat tire, you can actually stuff it with grass and that actually might hold you over until you get to a repair station? Yeah, I mean, you're not going very far with it, but did you know cell phones can call 911 even if there's no SIM card installed? So your phone doesn't even have to be activated, but it still works like an emergency device. So I think it's really important to have a phone on you, even if you have no data, no service, and no SIM card. The phone will still work, only to 911 or like emergency calls, but I mean, you're not gonna be able to call your best friend and talk to her. If you're ever wondering if a snake is venomous, you should always look at their eyes. Chances are if it has eyes like a cat, like this, then it might be venomous. Then it might be venomous. Venomous. Whoa. Am I even saying that word right anymore? You know when you say a word so much, you like don't know if it's right anymore? I say just stay away from snakes if you don't know to be safe. But this is a good little trick. If you ever crash your car into a body of water, what people usually do is to try to open the door. But that's the wrong move. The first thing you want to do is unbuckle your seatbelt so you're free, and then you want to try to roll down the window. The doors probably won't open because of all the pressure, so you want to get to the window as quick as possible. If someone is chasing you or is trying to take you away, then scatter your belongings. You know, like drop an ID, drop this, drop that. That way people know where you last were, and that helps them be able to find you. I hope that you guys never have to be in these situations, but it's always handy to know just in case. I love you guys so much. I don't want anything happening. If you're lost in the wilderness and it's snowing, you probably shouldn't eat the snow to stay hydrated because the amount of energy it takes for your body to melt the snow leaves you in a little bit of a worse position. If you're ever stuck in water and don't have a flotation device, you can just use your pants. I mean, then you won't have pants on, but at least you got a flotation device. It's not the best flotation device, but it will do. If you're ever stuck in a riptide, the best thing to do is swim diagonally. Now, I know you might like freak out and your instinct is to swim straight to shore. You'll actually be swimming against the current and that'll keep pushing you out further. So you want to swim diagonally, slice through the current, and get inside. This is also why you never want to swim at nighttime and you always want to swim with a buddy. The buddy system is key. If you ever get injured in the wilderness, never rinse it out with water from a river or from a lake. Usually when you do that, you increase your chances of getting an infection. If you ever hear in the news that there might be a major catastrophe coming towards you, like a hurricane or this and that, there's a chance you might be left without water. So it's always good to stock up on water. And another little handy trick is to fill up the bathtub and the sink with water and close the drain. And then you have some water available for other things. I mean, I would drink bottled water over this type of water, but you know, you got some extra water just in case. Whenever you leave home, make sure you have your money, your fully charged phone, and your keys. You always gotta be prepared. You never know what's gonna happen. So it's good to have money on you. You know, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Like these people over here got $100. Even if you just have a little money, just so you have enough to get yourself home, using public transportation or whatever. Always good to have something on you. Fully charged phone in case you need to call someone for emergency, and your keys, you can get back home. Whenever you're in a crowded place, it's always handy to know at least 1 or 2 exits in case of an emergency. Also, it kind of makes you feel like a secret agent. You're like, I know where all the exits are. Okay, this one's a little bit dramatic, but like, you know, it could save your life one day. Strengthen that grip, you know, strengthen it in case, you know, you ever need to hold on to something. I mean, you should never be up this high, but just in case, If you're ever stranded and you have a radio but you don't have the right size battery, sometimes you can use aluminum foil to fill the gap and it'll just work. I mean, this isn't gonna work to power some like device that needs a lot of energy, but a radio, it could work. If you ever get trapped under an avalanche, spitting could save your life. Yes, spitting. Just dig a small pocket in front of your mouth in the snow and then spit away. Gravity will pull the spit down towards the ground. So you know wherever the spit is going, you need to dig the opposite direction. It's like a good way to get your bearings because when you're under the snow, you don't know which way's up. This would help you. I've mentioned this one before and I'm not sure when it would ever come in handy, but a candle can act as a little emergency torch. I don't know why you got crayons, but you got nothing else in your life. In case you ever just have a crayon, now you know. If you're ever in a situation where there's a lot of dangerous chemicals in the air, your bra can actually work as a filter so that you put it over your mouth and then you're like, you can breathe and not breathe in all the dangerous chemicals. This is why everyone should wear a bra. Just like the crayon, for some reason, Doritos are extremely flammable. So if you ever need something to create a fire with and you got Doritos, you saved. If you're lost, the best thing to do is to mark your path. If you have charcoal, that's great, or whatever you have on you. That way, whoever finds the markings knows which way you went and can find you easier. Remember what I said before about always carrying a little bit of cash on you? A good way to store it is actually behind your phone case. I used to do this at school all the time because, I mean, now I carry purses around everywhere, but before, I didn't want to carry a purse. Too much stuff to carry. I don't know what happened to me. But anyways, before, all I wanted to carry around with me was my phone. So I would just put a little bill into the back of my phone case. And then in case I ever needed it, it was there. It would be my emergency fund, which I would usually spend on snacks. I've never spent it on an emergency, but you know, I could have. You can actually make a small makeshift raft by covering branches with a tarp, like this. And then you can have a boat and you can go boating or survive. So you know when you're using your phone and it's like one direct light and it doesn't light your way that well you can actually place it against a water jug and it makes a really bright lantern. Here they're using like a headlamp, but this also works with your phone light. This is a pretty funny little hack. So you can set up a little makeshift security trap. So basically what you do is you attach a glow stick to a mouse trap and then you tie a rope from tree to tree. So if anyone walks past, they set off the mouse trap and the mouse trap actually turns on the glow stick. So you'll see the glow stick go on and you know someone's there. If you have a can and maybe a pair of scissors, you can actually make a makeshift fishing hook. So if you ever need to catch fish and you're stranded, here you go. If you're ever worried about getting frostbite, if you put baby oil on the exposed skin, it actually lowers your chances of getting frostbite. Your skin can stay safe. Knowing how to perform the Heimlich maneuver is actually a really important skill. It's not gonna save your life, but it could save somebody else's life. If you guys don't know who it is, it's basically the move you perform in somebody who's choking on something so you can dislodge the food and it goes flying out and it's not inside of them anymore. If you ever find yourself in an earthquake, the best thing to do is get under a table. Running out of the building is the most dangerous thing you can do because exteriors are the most dangerous part of earthquakes. So you wanna get under a table and then you wanna hold onto the table from underneath so that you don't slip out from underneath it. And basically what's gonna happen is that table will protect you in case anything comes flying down. You can also use the underwire from your bra to unlock a lock, like handcuffs or whatever. I didn't know bras could be so useful. I'm telling you, everybody should just wear one. If your hands are ever zip tied, you slightly twist it and then you bring it down towards your body and the zip tie will just come undone like that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you guys stay safe. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to be nice to each other.